Hey Pellers, sorry about the wind, but I want to make this quick review video of my Wheeltop EDS TX electronic group set from China. They're having a big sale, so I thought I would highlight it because for 750 USD, you can get an entire wireless group set. Now, of course, the link in the description, if you do decide after watching this to purchase it, it does help out the channel, helps me making more content. But then again, you're not obliged to use it. If you are just wanting to watch the review and get my opinions, then this is the video. I'll share it. And yeah, so far, so good. And then I'm going to flip the camera around and give you guys an in-depth review, at least on the bike. So as I mentioned, the Wheeltop EDS TX group set, it's retailing right now on sale for 750 USD. Now, what does that come with? It comes with these shifters. It comes with the front derailleur, it comes with the rear derailleur, and everything is wireless. And also comes with the brakes, front and back, and the hoses. So for 750 USD, it's on sale. You know, a lot of people are gonna be like, no, China group sets, bad. Just get 105. You know, it's true, it's tested. You know, don't go with the China. Don't go with the China stuff. And here's my opinion. You know, if we want, you know, competition, we want, you know, brands to be able to offer different value. You know, it's the same thing with my frame. The Quick Pro is basically almost, I think, 1900, 2000 USD, or 2100 USD if you get the handlebars included. And that's basically going against a 3500 Tarmac, now I mean S-Works version, just Tarmac specialized version, SLA frame. And it's basically slightly lighter, if I'm not mistaken, depending on the size. So, you know, we love the fact that you can get, you know, basically for almost half the price, the same quality frame. You know, why don't we have the same, you know, push for group sets? Now, the only thing I would say is that when this first launched, of course, there's going to be hiccups, and that's to be said also when it comes to Shimano, when they initially dropped, you know, 10 speed, 11 speed stuff. And, you know, if you're going to want to have, you know, competition, you know, there's going to be an adjustment period. Now, does everyone want that? Not necessarily. So if you don't want to test and you want something true, then pay more. That's okay. So yet again, this is a video that Wheeltop will see when I drop it. They're not going to tell me what to say and before I drop it. So these are all my real thoughts. So yeah, in terms of the shifting, now I'll give you the performance rundown. I don't want to just rant about my opinions. But in terms of the performance, they have two modes. They have casual mode, they have race mode. I have it on casual mode. Yet again, I've done over 10,000 kilometers with Wheeltop on my rim brake bike. So now I'm testing disc. You know, shifts totally fine. I haven't on casual mode. I haven't missed a shift. Of course, it's not going to be durace level shifting. If you're doing continental racing, which I don't think a lot of riders watching this are, then potentially you might want that extra performance that you get in Ultegra and also in durace. But yet again, that's like such, you know, minuscule, because I've ridden with UCI pros in the Giro d'Italia this year on a group ride. You know, they were smashing it. I've done fast group rides. I'm going to show right now, maybe on screen, a group ride I did yesterday, averaging like 250, 260 average normalized power for plus 30 minutes. You know, it rolls really nice. And this is not me smashing. This is me doing just, you know, casual, a hard ride, not going full gas. So I definitely think it can handle going full gas. But yet again, if money's on the line, if sponsorships are on the line, would you use Wheeltop? I would have to still test durace nowadays and Wheeltop, and then you would make that decision. So I'm just trying to show you that, of course, it's a very nuanced thing, because a lot of people are thinking about, like, it's the same thing with S-Works frames. Like, are you a pro? Do you need an S-Works frame? You know, that's very nuanced in my opinion. So I'm just being realistic there. Now, in terms of the setup, it was very easy to set up. I set it up myself. Now the brakes, because I haven't had all the tools and my apartment's not the biggest for bike maintenance, I took it to a bike shop here locally in Greece, and Mike, the owner, was amazing. So he helped me set it up. So it comes pre-bled too, so not that much to set up. But in terms of cutting the hoses and making sure that it's dialed in for your handlebars and depending on the stem length and all that, it's nice having a professional help you. But in terms of the front derailleur, super easy to set up. Same with the rear. You have some adjustment that you have to make. So in terms of the front derailleur rubbing, you can adjust it also in the app, and same thing here, depending on how much space there is, indexing like the limit screws. So very easy to do, not super complicated. And the only thing that, yet again, self-criticism has, which is totally valid, is that the app could be way more intuitive. But I've used it for so you know, so long now, I know how to use it properly. So for me, not the end of the world. Somewhat annoying, but you know, they should fix it, and hopefully they do eventually, but it is what it is. Now, in terms of the modulation in the brakes, now I'm coming from rims, so, you know, very, very good. I would say that even the bike shop owner, mechanic, he said this is very, very good for, you know, the performance, the price. So I haven't, you know, totally gone full gas in terms of twisty, windy descents, but in terms of, you know, group rides, riding locally here, you know, going fast, averaging 33 kilometers plus, the brakes have been more than fine. And it follows mineral oil, and you know, you can replace it with Shimano style brake pads, and it comes with that as well. So very, very nice. So overall, I would say the other thing too that they upgraded, that I can show you too when I go home, is that they upgraded the shifters. So these are a lot more comfortable. The hood rubber is a lot more comfortable than the older version I have when they first released it on rim brakes. So yet again, my overall opinion on Wheeltop is for 750 USD, you know, usually from what I've seen online, 105 is around 900, 950, comes with a cassette sometimes. You can get that on sale as well. But you know, if you're in a budget situation and you want to get, for example, a crank, you know, you can get the machine power meter for $299. So that $250, $300 of savings that you get, you can put it towards a power meter, which you wouldn't get in Shimano. And this power meter is relatively light comparatively to Shimano as well. I think I would have to double check, but basically what I'm saying is that you get a crank, you get a power meter for the price that you're saving with 105. You don't, so you'd have to spend on top of that. So yet again, you know, depending on how you pair it, if you're going to pair with a Magine power meter crank, and the Wheeltop system compared to Shimano, I would say it's a pretty competitive performance that you get. Now, the other thing I'll say about that too, that's actually true, because yeah, when you think of 105, you don't have a power meter. So the fact that you can save, get the power meter, and you basically have, well, other than the group set, I mean, the rear cassette that you'd have to buy, yeah, you would have to probably buy like a 105 cassette, which isn't that expensive. You're getting a pretty good bang for your buck, you know, leverageable thing. Now, I'm going to flip it, give my other opinions, but that was basically the bulk of the build, and I'm just showing you guys basically all my opinions. But yeah, I'll zoom in if you guys really want to see everything. So that's the front derailleur, rear derailleur, all electronic. The battery's charged there, and there's ports. And then this is the shifters. So now I'll share my opinions in terms of, you know, overall performance. I would say super solid. I would say like an 8.5. I can't complain. I haven't had anything crazy happen, so it is what it is. In terms of support, now this is where I'll be, you know, fair. Even as a cycling influencer, which yet again, cringe to say, in 2025, but even me as an influencer, sometimes it's pretty slow to get responses. So I would say with local bike shops, the support from Shimano and SRAM, it really does depend, because I've been in the cycling industry, so sometimes you have, you know, different, basically like Shimano Canada, Shimano United States. I don't want to get technical, it's been a while, so a lot of the times you have third-party retailers, so like wholesalers. So depending on, and again, it gets very technical, where the wholesaler, if representing Canada, has the connection to, you know, directly to Shimano to do warranty and stuff like that. All I'm saying is it's not just easy peasy, but of course you're comparing two brands like Shimano, SRAM. Sorry, you know, lots of trucks in the village. But as I was saying, you're comparing two brands that have been, you know, the monopoly. So of course the systems that they have for warranty and fixing stuff is going to be a lot more, let's say, easier, because the fact that bike shops have been doing it for years. So my experience with warranty and stuff like that is it's there. You know, some customers I've read and talked to that use Wheeltop, they've said their experience has been the best. I'd say mine has been okay. And that's something that, like the app, they should put a little bit more importance on. So I'm just being, you know, realistic, fair, and being honest. But yeah, in terms of the fact that we have competition now, I think it's epic that it's wireless. Anyone can basically set it up. Yet again, I would say set everything up and just basically have someone connect the brakes for you. That would be my suggestion. If it's rim brakes, you can do that all by yourself. Like, I can do that. Or if you have space and you want to learn, you want to buy the tools for disc, then do it. I just don't have the space in my current you know, house setup, and I don't want to have to set up my whole bike in my house. But rim brake was easy. When I set up, like, super easy, you don't need that much space. So that's that. Now, to end the video, I'm going to keep doing a long-term review because, of course, just because I've had no problems on my rim brakes, you know, I want to put this through its paces, but so far so good. Like I said, over 10,000 kilometers. So if you guys do want to take advantage of the sale, there'll be the link in the description. It helps the channel out. If not, that's totally fine if you want to wait for me to do more testing on it. But yeah, I think it's good that we're having more options, especially for budget builds. If you crash something, you're not going to be crying over it. You can get replacement parts for this on their website super easily. It goes up to 14 speeds, so there's forward compatibility, backwards compatibility, so that's cool. And yeah, you know, it lasts pretty good for the charge. It can hold its, you know, weight in fast group rides with people all having Durace. So I've done it all, and I've ridden with, you know, not Continental, World Tour riders at the Giro and haven't had any problems. And it's only going to get better. I think they just released a new iteration of the brakes. So things get better. That's like Shimano, that's like SRAM. I hate when people don't like forward things improving, just like frames, just like wheels, everything. You know, I remember when I was one of the first ones to use Chinese wheels, everyone was criticizing me at local crits and stuff, and everyone's on them now. So it takes time for people to accept, and I think I'm one of the people, you know, spearheading this and leading the charge, which I think is good. But of course, you need to call out things when things aren't going to plan. You know, you can't just be a shill. So that's that. Also, since I'm wearing it, this is a Santic jersey. I know I just said shill and then I'm promoting, but I like quality stuff that I'm using. I don't mind, you know, talking about. So Sunry Moon helmet, a Chinese helmet, Santic jersey, super nice. They've been supporting the channel as well. So if you guys want to check them out, there will be links in the description, along with frame and everything else that I'm using, because I just get a lot of questions. So might as well just, you know, plug in the sense of, yeah, if you guys want to check it out in the description, it helps the channel and it helps me providing more value for you guys. So that's it. Beautiful Greece, October, 21, 22 degrees. I can't complain. So, you know, 10 years it took to eventually be doing content like this that I've always wanted to do, where even in October, November, I can still bring the content, the cycling reviews. And I'm very grateful, very appreciative, and happy that you guys support the channel. So until the next one, keep on pedaling.